In this video, we look at the process of solving problems in groups. Your assignment is to look at a problem and follow a six-step problem-solving process in order to come up with an alternative or a solution that will help to solve that particular problem. The first step of the problem-solving process is to identify and analyze the particular problem. In this case, we're looking at the lack of water as being a problem facing humans on our planet. In identifying and analyzing the problem, these people looked at background information about the particular problem, and they even provided a chart that shows populations without access to safe drinking water. They talk about bottled water as part of the background information, and then they considered what caused the problem. They look at objectives that have not been met because of the problem, and the reason these objectives are not being met. The next step, the second step, is to establish criteria. Now, these criteria are objectives that have to be met in order for the problem to be solved. Some of the objectives are nice to have or desired objectives, and other criteria are essential or required in order for the problem to be solved. After establishing criteria, the group then identified possible alternatives and listed those particular alternatives. One particular alternative they looked at was something called the life straw. When they had explored, using brainstorming, all possible alternatives and listed them, they then began the evaluation process. They used a chart or a matrix. Then across that chart, they listed the criteria, and along the left-hand side, they listed the various alternatives. In the matrix, they indicated using yes, no, or they could have used plus, minus, check marks, or any other dollar sign or dollar amounts in order to see how the alternatives fit each of the particular criteria that have to be met. Once they've gone through this process, then they're in a better position to determine which of these alternatives is the best one. And so they answer questions like, which alternative, after looking at the matrix, best meets the criteria, and which is worst in meeting the criteria. Then they also looked at how this fit their intuitive sense of the best solution before starting the problem-solving process. Finally, they indicate which solution that they are going to follow. That's the fifth step. And the sixth step is to indicate the steps that are needed to accomplish that particular solution. They can do this in a list as they have in this case, or use a chart that would indicate dates, people who would be assigned particular tasks, and the kinds of resources that they might need. So that's the six-step problem-solving process. Identify and analyze the problem, come up with criteria, consider alternatives, evaluate the alternatives, come up with a solution, and identify steps needed to accomplish the solution. Finally, in this case, they showed references related to the particular problem that they were solving.